Hello, welcome back to another video. We're doing a little monthly reset today. These are my favorite because we get to talk about goals, we talk about planning, and we talk about how we can achieve the life that we want in the next month. So, as always, I'll be going over my monthly statistics, like how many steps I took, how many days I read, how many days I journaled. Hint, hint, it wasn't a lot. And we'll be going over my goals for the coming month, talking about some favorites, and then also diving into some other things that I'm doing to achieve the life that I'm working towards. So, starting off with just a little monthly recap. It was a good month. I honestly really like the way that April went down. I was so much more dedicated. I got so many more steps in. I went on so many more walks. I actually spent time outside, and I really felt like I was just a lot more consistent with content, with my healthy habits, and just with everything that I'm trying to get done. I was so much more consistent, which is definitely reflected in my daily habits. So my steps were a little bit higher than last month, and they would have been significantly higher if we only take into consideration the past 2 weeks, because I've been killing it on my goals for the past 2 weeks, and that is because I started 75 hard. So I averaged 8,600 steps. The past couple weeks I've averaged closer to like 11 or 12,000, so I feel really good about that. Obviously, I did a lot of outdoor walks and only missed a few days. There was 1 week towards the beginning of the month that it was cold and rainy and I was not being dedicated to my goals. So I didn't get my steps in. I didn't go outside. It was bad. Workouts as far as like going to the gym and actually lifting, I did for the past couple weeks only lift 3 times in the week, which I'm okay with, in all honesty. I feel comfortable with that number, especially with me working out twice a day for 45 minutes. I think that 3 days in the gym is good enough, as long as I'm also getting lots of steps in and like at least sticking to those 3 days. Reading, I missed a day, guys. One Saturday, I did not read this month, and I'm so upset about it. I am just gonna tell you guys right now, there's not gonna be a reading recap in this video because I did not finish a single book. I was reading this one book called Dispersals, I think is what it's called. And it's like a collection of essays on how humans' lives are intertwined with plants, which kind of sounds boring, but it was actually really interesting. It just wasn't interesting enough for me to finish it in the 2 weeks that I had to read it, and my loan ended up expiring at the library and I didn't finish it. And then I started reading the new like Aragon book, like the one with the dragon on it. You know, it was really popular back in the day, and then he just recently came out with like another novel in the series. So I'm reading that right now. It's just really slow going and it's a long book. So super off my reading goal this month, but that is okay. I just still read almost every single day. It was just, I'm not reading as much. I think especially because I'm being more active and I'm outside more. I just haven't been reading as much, and that's okay. Going over my April goals, one of them was to increase my click-through rate to 5% on my YouTube videos or on my YouTube channel across the board for the month. And I did not do this, but I did increase it. I think it was sitting around like 4.1 or 4.2 or something percent, and it's at 4.7% now. And a couple of my most recent videos did have a little bit better click-through rate than my videos traditionally do. My videos don't have like a 5% click-through rate. Like in general, it ranges between like 1 and like 3.5%, I would say. But across my channel, with all of my videos that are being shown to people, it averages a little bit higher just because some of my videos do have a higher click-through rate. So it pushes that up. So I'm happy that my overall click-through rate did go up. It's just not quite where I want it to be. So I'm going to continue working on my thumbnails and doing the best I can with those, and then stay consistent with content creation throughout the month. This was my win for the month, guys. This was seriously such a win for me. I am contracted to make 30 Lemonade posts over on Lemonade, and I have not been consistently making those like every day. It's been like waiting until the end of the month and then making like 15 posts in a week or something like that. But I made a Lemonade post pretty much every single day, and the days that I did miss, I made it up the next day. So I'm so incredibly happy. I've just been banging out content over on Lemonade. I feel happy with the content that I've made on YouTube. The next thing was to share one Instagram story per day. I definitely did not do this, but I did increase the amount that I was sharing, and I am getting more into the mindset of just consistently sharing over there. So I'm happy with that. And then schedule plans with a friend. I think I wrote this goal, meaning schedule plans with a friend in person. And I didn't do that, but I was the one to initiate the group call with my content creator friends. So Sarah, Rebecca, and Sophia that I talk about, we have been doing like monthly calls, and we're actually going on a trip to New York City next month, and I'm so excited about it. But we hadn't done a call this month, and we had talked about it, but there was nothing confirmed yet. So I actually sent a text and reached out and was like, hey, we should do a call, which is a big move for me because I don't do that. So I'm calling that a win, and I'm checking it off because I need my small wins where I can get them when it comes to relationships, because that's the biggest struggle for me in life. Those are my April goals. I only had 4 and I only did 2 of them, so hopefully next month will be better. So looking at next month, my May goals, I wanted to make sure that in the month of May I did set some goals that weren't just work related. So going into them, create a content plan and stick to it. So I don't plan out my YouTube videos whatsoever right now. It's really, really bad. I basically come up with the idea like 2 days before I film the video, and then film it, edit, and upload within like 4 days or 3 days, which is kind of bad. So my goal this month is to actually plan out my videos and then actually just stick to the planning schedule. Like, I only make 4 videos a month. I can come up with 4 video ideas ahead of time and actually film those. And then spend time planning each morning from 8 to 8:30 a.m. This is very specific because I'm really trying to craft my morning routine, and that is something that I have gotten a lot better with in April. It was one of my goals, was to get a better morning routine. And with 75 Hard, I've been working out in the mornings at 7 o'clock usually, and then I have time to sit down with a cup of coffee and do some planning before I head over to the gym to get my lift in, and then also to have my shift at the gym. I'm gonna be spending that time just looking at my morning vision, which is something we're gonna talk a little bit more in depth about in just a little bit. And then also just planning out the day, planning out the week, what videos am I filming, what Lemonade posts do I need, what photos do I need for those. Spending that time planning. I'm really excited about my morning routines. I'll probably be sharing my morning routine with you guys in the near future in a video because I'm loving the way that it is turning out. And then I also would like to start a group Discord for small YouTube creators, and I'm gonna share about it in an upcoming video. So make sure you subscribe, make sure that you have notifications on so you can see that. Then stay consistent with 75 Hard during the week. That doesn't really need an explanation, just stay consistent, girly. And then plan one actual date night with Brandon. I feel like I've been neglecting my goals in Brandon and I's relationship recently, so I do just want to plan one actual date night. We've been really lazy about date nights recently. Get out of the house, do something fun. It doesn't have to be expensive, and just do that because it's been bad recently. I have not been consistent with that, and I need to work on it. That brings me to my morning vision. I talked about my morning vision a little bit in my most recent video, but I wanted to share it a little bit more detail with you because I did get it printed out, and I'm telling you guys right now, this is my like minimum viable product. I got this printed out at the library, and it was supposed to be in color, but it ended up being in black and white. So it just says morning vision. It starts with a dream life overview, and then it goes into your vision board, and then there's a success board where I just have comments from you guys that made me really, really happy. Some of my like statistics that I'm blown away by, like the fact that I currently have 10.7 million impressions on Lemonade, and that I have almost 22,000 followers over there. Mind-blowing. It's just confirmation that I can do incredible and hard things. Just looking at that every day is gonna remind me I can do hard things. And then there's also my career/business vision, which just goes into exactly what I want my dream career to look like, the brands that I want to work with here on YouTube and on Lemonade, and then what I want my management team to look like someday, how much money I want to make, what I want my days to look like, everything to do with my career and my business. And then it goes into my level up identity, which is how do I want to wake up feeling every single morning? What are some of the key characteristics that I feel and embody? How I feel, how I act every single day, just some of those key characteristics that I want to embody in my life. And then it goes into affirmations and beliefs. So things like, I am focused when I'm working and relaxed when I am not. I know that I am capable of achieving my dreams in their entirety. I'm hardworking and make the most of every moment. I am creatively inspired and have confidence in my ideas. So some of those things. Then it goes into my rules like self-care, routines, and habits. So for my healthy habits, I have lift 3 to 4 times per week, go on daily walks/runs outside, stretch daily, drink at least 64 ounces of water daily, limit sugar intake to a couple times per week, eat high protein, high fiber meals, and do something I love every day. And then I also added a Thrive list. So this is an idea that I got from That's the Point podcast, Kristen John's new podcast that she came out with recently. They did an episode where they were talking about their Thrive list, which is like, these are the things that are going on in my life when I am thriving. Things like my space is clean and organized. Laundry gets folded within 24 hours of being washed. I film Instagram reels because I think it's fun and love sharing my life. I have 0 unanswered text calls or emails. I spend time with people I like every week. I listen to music instead of constant podcasts. All of my plants are watered and cared for. Stuff like that. Basically the things that are symbols of me thriving in life that I would like to actually embody all of the time. Then I have my morning routine and my night routine, and then also my skincare routine, which is something that I don't really have right now, but I want to work on. So the goal is to go over this every single day, to take a look at it, to remind myself of where I'm going, and then spend that 30 minutes that I am making a goal to have every single day, planning out my day and planning out how I'm going to achieve those things, actually taking the action steps to get them done. Now we're going to go ahead and move into my favorites, and I'm going to tell you guys all right now, it was not a consumerism month at all this month. Brandon and I are working so hard to save for a down payment for a house. We are barely spending any money on non-necessities. We're saving our little booties off, which means I don't really have any products to share with you guys right now. But I did think it would be fun to share some of my favorite content creators. The first one is really specific to this month because Brandon and I have been trying to learn a little bit more about home renovation and just get inspired for moving into a potentially little bit of a fixer-upper. So I stumbled upon Welcome to the Woods, and Melissa, the person who runs the channel, is such an incredible DIYer and just home renovationist? I don't think that's a word. I've never seen someone that was able to just use what she already has in the fixer-upper that she is fixing up and just create something that is truly, truly beautiful. And she's so incredibly inspiring. So I've been watching a lot of her videos, and she's been getting me so excited to move into a house and just like tear some stuff up. So love her. And then some of my like favorite YouTubers that I watch super consistently are Alison Beckerstaff and then Michelle Reed. Both of them have kind of a similar vibe to the videos that I try to put out. They're just very like calming and inspiring, but also like make you motivated to get the things done that you need to get done. And then I also wanted to shout out Carter Sullivan. I watch a lot of her videos. She is a lot more like chatty than some of the other YouTubers out there, and I honestly really like watching chatty videos. So if you're into chatty videos, which if you've made it this far into this video, you are into chatty videos and you'll probably like Carter a lot. She definitely was an inspiration for doing monthly resets. I think she inspired like all of YouTube to start doing them. So those are some of my favorite creators. I thought it would be fun to share that with you guys. So let me know who is your favorite YouTuber in the comments. If you watch other people's YouTube videos, I'm always looking for other YouTube videos to watch. Also, if you have a channel, I would love to check it out. So put your, like, if you have a channel, just let me know and I will definitely try to watch your videos. I always love finding like fellow small creators and just building community. Kind of a chatty little reset today, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope that your Aprils were amazing and that your Mays are even more amazing. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one.